You can subscribe to support our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos. Niger is a country in Western Africa. The capital is Niamey, and the official language is French. It is surrounded by Algeria and Libya to the north, Chad to the east, Nigeria and Benin to the south, and Burkina Faso and Mali to the west. Niger is landlocked, meaning it has no coastline. Niger gets its name from the Niger River. The Mali Empire and the Songhai Empire both had land in what is now Niger. Later France controlled the land that is now Niger. Niger has a population, or the number of people living in an area, of 15,306,252 and an area of 1,267,000 square kilometers. Much of Niger is desert. After a military coup in 2010, Niger is now a democratic, multi-party state. Most of the people live in rural areas, and have little access to advanced education. Geography. Niger is on the border between the Sahara and sub-Saharan regions. Niger's area is 1,267,000 square kilometers, 489,191 square miles, of which 300 square kilometers, 116 square miles, is water. It is the world's 22nd largest country. Niger borders 7 countries. The longest border is with Nigeria to the south. The lowest point is the Niger River, with an elevation of 200 meters, 656 feet. The highest point is Mont Idokal en Tagays in the Air Mountains at 2,022 meters, 6,634 feet. Climate. Niger's subtropical climate is mainly very hot and dry. Much of it is covered by desert. In the extreme south there is a tropical climate on the edges of the Niger River basin. The land is mostly desert plains and sand dunes. There is flat to rolling savanna in the south and hills in the north. Wildlife. The north of Niger is covered by large deserts and semi-deserts. The typical mammal fauna consists of addax antelopes, scimitar horned oryx, gazelles and in mountains Barbary sheep. One of the largest reserves of the world, the Air and Tenere National Nature Reserve, was founded in the northern parts of the Niger to protect these rare species. The southern parts of Niger are naturally dominated savannas. The W National Park, situated in the bordering area to Burkina Faso and Benin, belongs to one of the most important areas for wildlife in Western Africa, which is called the WAP, W. Arli Penjari, complex. It has the most important population of the rare West African lion and one of the last populations of the Northwest African cheetah. Other wildlife includes elephants, buffaloes, roan antelopes, cob antelopes and warthogs. The West African giraffe is currently not found in the W National Park, but further north in Niger, where it has its last relic population. Economy. The economy of Niger centers on subsistence crops, livestock, and some of the world's largest uranium deposits. Drought cycles, desertification, a 2.9% population growth rate, and the drop in world demand for uranium have undercut the economy. Society. Demographics. Expanding from a population of 1.7 million in 1960, Niger's population has rapidly increased with a current growth rate of 3.3%, 7.1 children per mother. This growth rate is one of the highest in the world and is a source of concern for the government and international agencies. A 2005 study stated that over 800,000 people, nearly 8% of the population, in Niger are enslaved. Ethnic groups. Niger has a wide variety of ethnic groups as in most West African countries. The ethnic makeup of Niger is as follows: Hausa, 53.0%, Zarma Songhai, 21.2%, Tuareg, 10.4%, Fula, French, Pels, Template, Lang FF, 9.9%, Kanyori Manga, 4.4%, Tubu, 0.4%, Arab, 0.3%, Gormanchi, 0.3%, Other, 0.2%. Languages. French, inherited from the colonial period, is the official language. It is spoken mainly as a second language by people who have received a formal Western education and serves as the administrative language. Niger has been a member of the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie since 1970. Niger has 10 official national languages, namely Arabic, Baduma, Fulfulde, Gormanchema, Hausa, Kanyori, Zarma and Songhai, Tamashek, Tasawak, Tabu. Each is spoken as a first language primarily by the ethnic group with which it is associated. Culture. Nigerian culture is marked by variation, evidence of the cultural crossroads which French colonialism formed into a unified state from the beginning of the 20th century. What is now Niger was created from 4 distinct cultural areas in the pre-colonial era. The Zarma-dominated Niger River Valley in the southwest, the northern periphery of Hausaland, made mostly of those states which had resisted the Sokoto Caliphate, and ranged along the long southern border with Nigeria, the Lake Chad Basin and Kawar in the Far East, populated by Kanyori farmers and Tubu pastoralists who had once been part of the Kanem-Bornu Empire, and the Tuareg nomads of the Air Mountains and Saharan Desert in the vast north. Each of these communities, along with smaller ethnic groups like the pastoral Wadabi Fula, brought their own cultural traditions to the new state of Niger. While successive post-independence governments have tried to forge a shared national culture, this has been slow forming, in part because the major Nigerian communities have their own cultural histories, and in part because Nigerian ethnic groups such as the Hausa, Tuareg and Kanyori are but part of larger ethnic communities which cross borders introduced under colonialism. Until the 1990s, government and politics was inordinately dominated by Niamey and the Zarma people of the surrounding region. At the same time, the plurality of the population, in the Hausa borderlands between Birni and Koni and Main Saroa, have often looked culturally more to Hausaland in Nigeria than Niamey. Between 1996 and 2003, primary school attendance was around 30%, including 36% of males and only 25% of females. Additional education occurs through madrasas. Festivals and cultural events. Garewal Festival. The Garewal Festival is a traditional Wadabi cultural event that takes place in Abalik in Tahua region or Ingal in Agadez region. It is an annual traditional courtship ritual practiced by the Wadabi, Fula, people of Niger. During this ceremony, young men dressed in elaborate ornamentation and made up in traditional face painting gather in lines to dance and sing, vying for the attention of marriageable young women. The Garewal Festival is an internationally attraction and was featured in films and magazines as prominent as the National Geographic. Cure Saleh Festival. La Cure Saleh, English, Salt Cure, is a yearly festival of Tuareg and Wadabi nomads in Ingal in Agadez region traditionally to celebrate the end of the rainy season. For 3 days, the festival features a parade of Tuareg camel riders followed with camel and horse races, songs, dances, and storytelling. Education. The literacy rate, the amount of the adult population who can read or write, of Niger is among the lowest in the world. In 2005 it was estimated to be only 28.7%, 42.9% male and 15.1% female. Primary education in Niger is required for 6 years. The primary school enrollment and attendance rates are low, particularly for girls. Children are often made to work rather than attend school. This is particularly true during planting or harvest periods. You can subscribe to support our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos.